What if I told you that everything wrong in your life right now is your fault, but not in the way you think? Your job, your relationships, your financial situation, everything is just a reflection of what you believe deep down inside. And until you fix that, nothing will change. This might sound harsh, but the truth is, reality isn't happening to you. It's happening because of you. There's a hidden principle behind the life you're living right now, and it's called the mirror principle. This idea says that your world is nothing more than a reflection of your inner beliefs and identity. And unless you understand this principle, you'll stay trapped in the same cycle, repeating the same struggles over and over again. But if you get it and really apply it, your life could transform in ways you never thought possible. Here's the real issue. Most of us spend our lives chasing solutions in the outside world, whether it's a new job, a better partner, more money, or personal success. But somehow, things don't change. We try harder. We jump from one self-help strategy to another, chase goals, or even switch careers, hoping something will finally click. And yet, it doesn't. That's because we're looking for answers in the wrong place. The external world is just a mirror. And until you shift what's happening inside of you, your thoughts, beliefs, and identity, you're stuck in a loop. A loop where no matter what you do on the outside, you'll find yourself right back where you started. So what exactly is the mirror principle? Think of it like this. Reality is a mirror that reflects your relationship with yourself and your worldview. If you look in the mirror and tell yourself, "I'm not good enough," the mirror will agree with you. Your external life will provide more evidence of why you're not good enough. Failed projects, missed opportunities, and toxic relationships. That's how the mirror works. It reflects whatever message you send it. The kicker is, the mirror doesn't care if what you believe is true or false. It only reflects what you hold to be true in your mind. If deep down you believe money is hard to make, the mirror will make sure you struggle financially. If you believe relationships always end in heartbreak, guess what? That's exactly what will show up. It's not about luck or fate, it's about what you believe on the inside. Here's where things get tricky. Most of us try to fix our lives by changing what's already reflected, like trying to make a mirror smile by forcing it to smile first. But that's not how mirrors work, right? You can't change what's reflected without changing what's in front of it first. This is why people get caught in endless cycles. They chase new business strategies, look for love in the wrong places, or even move to new cities, thinking that a change in environment will solve everything. It works for a little while, but then they find themselves right back at square one because they didn't change the internal image that's being reflected. Here's where it gets powerful. The moment you start working on yourself from the inside, shifting your beliefs, identity, and worldview, the reflection has no choice but to change. Imagine you start telling yourself, "I'm someone who attracts opportunities effortlessly." If you stick with that belief, sooner or later, the mirror will reflect it. New opportunities will start showing up in your life. The delay between your new belief and its manifestation in reality might be frustrating, but it's real. And it's worth it. This is where many people give up though. They expect instant results. They affirm their new beliefs for a few days, but when nothing changes right away, they fall back into old thought patterns. "See, I knew this wouldn't work." And just like that, the mirror responds, "Okay, you're right. Here's more of what you don't want." Think of someone who constantly complains about their job. "I hate my job. My boss is awful. I'm stuck in a dead-end position." Even if they switch companies, guess what happens? They end up in another situation where they hate their job. Why? Because the internal belief hasn't changed. They still see themselves as someone who's stuck. On the flip side, let's say someone starts shifting their identity. They begin saying, "I'm someone who finds meaning in my work. I bring value wherever I go." At first, nothing changes. But over time, they start noticing small shifts. Maybe their boss begins treating them better. Maybe new career opportunities pop up unexpectedly. The external world starts mirroring their new identity. One of the toughest parts about the mirror principle is the delay. In your mind, you can create a new identity instantly. You can close your eyes and visualize the life you want. But in the physical world, things take time to catch up. This is because matter, our physical reality, has density. It takes longer for your internal changes to materialize. That's where most people lose hope. They expect things to happen overnight, and when they don't, they fall back into their old ways. But the key is to stay consistent. Hold on to your new beliefs and identity long enough, and eventually the mirror will reflect them back to you. Most of us live our lives reacting to what's already in front of us. We see bills piling up and we think, "I'm broke." We look at our current relationships and think, I'll never find love. But here's the trick. To change the reflection, you have to act as if the new reality is already true. Start with the image you want to create. Close your eyes and imagine yourself as the person you want to be. How do they think? How do they act? What kind of beliefs do they hold? Then, hold on to that image, no matter what the current reflection shows. If you do this long enough, the mirror will catch up. This isn't about pretending. It's about choosing to believe in the version of yourself that you want to become. Even when the evidence isn't there yet, the mirror always lags behind. But when it finally catches up, it will reflect the new you that you've been creating all along. The mirror principle is simple but powerful. The world reflects who you believe you are and what you believe is possible. If you want to change your life, you have to change the internal image first. Stop waiting for the external world to give you permission to be happy, successful, or fulfilled. Start acting as if you're already that person, and watch how the mirror responds. Remember, the change won't happen overnight. There will be ups and downs. But if you stay loyal to your new identity, little by little, the reflection will shift. And when it does, it will feel like magic, because suddenly, the life you dreamed of will be the life you're living. Subscribe if you're ready to create the reality you deserve. And also, don't forget to check the links in description.